2025 was the year when my chi broke, but it was also the year when I finally learned how to let it flow again. Maybe your year felt the same. Too much stress, not enough sleep, people pleasing, overthinking, dragging yourself through exhaustion, or feel like everything is happening to you instead of with you. But here's the truth. You will never be as healthy as you are in this exact moment, unless if you do something differently moving forward. So today I want to help you reset your chi for 2026 with traditional Chinese medicine, real life, and with honesty. Because if I can rebuild myself, trust me, you can too. Healing is like tending a garden, and in each video we water the roots. I'm Dr. Amy, a traditional Chinese medicine doctor, helping you understand your body's hidden messages, how to heal naturally, and to bring your life back into balance. So today we're talking about systems, not goals. The internal system that will carry you into 2026 with strength, clarity, and flow. And I'll share exactly how traditional Chinese medicine helped me get here, even when this year felt like a battle. In July, my body said, I've had enough. I was trying to find a new place to rent, dealing with pressure, uncertainty, fear, and my body kept score. I wasn't sleeping, I was waking up multiple times at night. My appetite went out the window, and I was drinking cold drinks like it was my entire personality. And then the angry cystic acne appeared right on my nose. It exploded, really, like it had its own storyline. That was liver qi stagnation and yin deficiency screaming at me. In traditional Chinese medicine, emotional stress blocks liver qi. Late night drains your kidney yin. And then cold drinks weakens your spleen. When all three collapse at once, your entire internal ecosystem. But then something shifted. One morning I just went out for a run. Not to lose weight, not to prove anything, just to breathe. And then suddenly 8 kilometers felt effortless. That was the day when I realized my chi was moving again. That one run changed everything, because it reminded me that healing doesn't only happen in clinics or books. Sometimes healing happens the moment you choose yourself again. And during 2025, there were almost some wins that I completely forgot. The first one was I healed my breast fibroids in 3 months. Even I was shocked. I posted videos consistently and finally stopped overthinking. And this alone taught me something very powerful. My spleen was clear. When your spleen is strong, you worry less. Clarity returns, self-sabotage fades, and actions becomes effortless. That was my internal system beginning to heal. And here are the hardest truths of 2025 that no one told me. Horrible people, terrible situation happens, but you must save yourself because nobody else will. And this isn't depressing to know, but it is actually very empowering. The moment when you stop waiting for someone to come rescue you, you become the hero of your own story. Courage is a decision and confidence is built. So in traditional Chinese medicine, we don't look at isolated moments. We look at patterns. And so when I look back in 2025, I see 2 patterns: liver qi stagnation and yin deficiency. So liver qi stagnation had me irritated, emotional, and overwhelmed. Yin deficiency made all these inflammation flare up, and it also made me restless and sleepless. And both of these actually came from the same habit, which was, possibly still is, overthinking and constant drinking cold things after work during summer. Thinking that it was a war, but it was actually a punishment later on. So these were the systems that I built after settling down, which was about August. I slept before 11 p.m. Why have I always put emphasis on the 11 p.m.? It's because yin replenishes at night, not at 2 a.m. And then the next habit that I had always been doing since years ago, since I started studying traditional Chinese medicine, was to drink anything warm first thing in the morning. Ta-da, my own blend. It doesn't look pretty, but it really works. It is removing all the dampness from my body. And a future video on making this will be up soon. So drinking something warm first thing in the morning, like this ginger and rose paste, this helps with warming up my spleen and waking up my entire system first thing in the morning. Movement every single day is also very important. I don't do it for weight loss or trying to achieve a certain physique, but for the sake of keeping my chi moving. And then I think the most important one, I stopped doing things with the goal in mind, because you need motivation to achieve the goal. But if you have simple habits that you just do on autopilot every single day, it leads you to your goal without actually thinking about it. So I do simple habits. So like I said, sleeping at 11 p.m., drinking something warm first thing in the morning, and then moving daily. So I often cycle to work, or after work, I do gentle exercises like jogging in place for at least 20 minutes while I put on a YouTube video. Last but not least, actually the very first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is to rip open the curtain and let the natural sunlight in. Why do I do this? Because I'm welcoming the yang first thing in the morning. This is to tell my body that my day has begun. Before we enter 2026, let's talk about 3 mistakes that people make, including myself. So mistake number 1, eating like it's not winter. Winter equals in season, so your digestion is naturally slower. However, because winter season is when there's a lot of festivities, so our meals are usually heavy, oily, and rich. Our spleen had no chance. So what is a fix that we can do right now and in the future before a big meal is to press a fantastic acupressure point, which is called zhongwan. And now this acupressure point helps with calming your stomach. Push on this acupressure point before having your meal. Then what about after your meal? You can start massaging your zusanli. This acupressure point we all know helps with boosting your digestion. 2 hours after having the meal, I would have a cup of hawthorn berry tea. This helps with breaking down food stagnation. Next up, mistake number 2, burning yang when you should store in because of late nights, stress, alcohol because of celebration, and then emotion. So this will result in you entering January feeling depleted. So it's important to protect your yin now so your yang can rise in spring. Mistake number 3, which I think everyone is making, especially myself, is fixing everything or trying to fix everything all at once. In traditional Chinese medicine, forced qi equals to chaotic qi. Gentle changes are more sustainable than grand resolutions. And here's the ritual that saved my qi. I always recommend this to my overthinkers, and I prescribe it to my patients. Write everything down. Every fear, every resentment, every thought that has been suffocating your qi. And then destroy it. Crumble it, rip it, burn it safely. And the most important key is that you must watch it disappear. Out of sight, out of mind. Your mind needs proof that the burden has left your body. In traditional Chinese medicine, overthinking links to our spleen. So it impacts our digestion and nuts our liver qi. So releasing it physically releases the negativity. Do this before January. Let your year end clean. Your qi needs space. Don't strangle it. So my lovelies, 2026 isn't asking you to become a new person. It's asking you to return to the version of yourself you were before exhaustion dimmed your light. You don't need a dramatic transformation. You don't need to fix your life. You just need your tree to move again. And remember this quote: a bird doesn't fear the branch breaking because it trusts its wings. This year, trust your wings. Start building up on the small little habits. And trust me, you will achieve your goals. If this helped you feel more hopeful, braver, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so I can share with you more personal stories and, most importantly, ancient wisdom that can help improve our modern life. Tell me in the comments what systems you will build in 2026. And I wish you good health. Good health is the ultimate fortune and the only investment with endless return. And when do we start investing? Right now.